Good.
Welcome to the Luz and Dolly show. I'm Luz.
And I am Dolly. And today we are actually going to be talking to you about being single. Why is that? Well, this is a little bit different, but why Luz and I have been having such a fun day today.
We do.
And, you know, I know that we had talked about single parenting quite recently, but being a single parent is very different than being single.
Yes.
And why do you think that is, Luz?
You just throw it out there like I'm supposed to fix it all for you.
Absolutely.
You know, I just believe that it's important for us to realize and recognize how important it is when you are single and you don't have a commitment. It's very necessary and important for you to find yourself.
Absolutely.
And you were married for 24 years. I was married for 18.
Actually, I was married for 21.
Okay, together for 24.
25.
Okay, with one person for 25. There you go. And it was 18 years for me.
Yeah.
And you realize when you do that, you're together with a person, you have children, you're spending time with them. When you are single, whether it's because your spouse has passed away, you're divorced, you've broken up with a boyfriend at the time, you finally find yourself in a place of true healing, I think. What's happened to me.
But if I could also interject, you know, it's not only true healing, but it's also a scary place. In some instances,
at times,
it could actually be
why
a
is
little
it scary?
I think it's because of the transition.
Okay, so the change.
Because, you know, like I went from living at home with my parents, and you know, my older sister, she was already married by then, but by the time I got married. You know, it was. I went from my parents' house to my married life,
Right.
and then so I never lived on my own.
Okay.
Prior to that,
Neither did I.
So yeah, so that, you know, I knew that, you know, especially because, you know, the divorce. I knew there was something that I would have to experience. You know, so it's just a transition overall.
What's that phrase I usually say? The fear of change. But if nothing changes, nothing changes.
And I'm so glad you brought up change. I don't know if the audience members have noticed, but we have a new set tonight. We have a new set, and why is that, Luz? Where are we tonight?
We're in Dolly's family room.
We are. We're enjoying a nice cup of coffee. And if you can see here, you know, this wine is making me awesome. It's actually because we were having a couple glasses of wine earlier, you know.
She's fibbing. Fun. She's fibbing. It's coffee. But
sure.
Prior, it was glasses of wine.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. No, we're in my living room.
Yes.
We've just, you know, well, we've been having a wonderful day. We went to the show,
yes.
and that was fun.
You know, it's amazing how important and necessary it is to have fun.
Yes.
You know, whether you are married, whether you are single, you need to have fun and enjoy life. Be true to yourself. Be in a comfortable place within yourself to know that it's okay to go hang out with friends. There were 9 of us that went to the movies.
Absolutely, and it was so much fun. And you know, I took one of my sons with me. You had invited your children, but they weren't able to come.
But no, it's just important to get together with friends, go to dinner, get dressed up, go get your nails done. You never know, and stop focusing on the fact that you are single and you're dying or wanting that person to come into your life. You have to realize and recognize that when you stop searching, the most beautiful things come to you.
But you know what? Also, you know, do you think that everyone wants to jump into another relationship right away? I mean, being single.
No.
I mean, being single. You know, by me, it was, for me, it was by choice. It was something I needed, you know, because of the circumstances where I found myself at. I needed and wanted. Obviously, I have my sons. They are my everything. But, you know, yes, I would love to be able to fall in love again and have another relationship with a wonderful man and just have a wonderful life again. But I'm happy where I'm at. I'm truly happy.
That's the gift.
And content. And
yes.
But like I mentioned, it can be a little.
Well, yeah, because especially you and I, we're such loving women that it just flows out of us, that we love to love and to hold and to be kissed and to kiss and to all those beautiful I mean, those are sensible, sensitive things that are important and necessary in our lives, but it's okay to know that it can come later. You know, and that this time frame that you have, it's good and important for you to work with you.
And not only that, but have an opportunity to do things that you want to do. For example,
not that when you're married or with a boyfriend you can't do things you want to do, because that's important.
I agree. Okay, maybe that was misstated.
Well, in my case.
But my
well, I'm just being honest.
What I mean is this: now that I really don't have to be running any, let's say suggestions or asking for, hey, how about this versus this,
right.
and asking for opinions. And this, no, I'm done with all that. Now is, if Dolly wants to go to Florida, Dolly's gonna book a trip to Florida.
Right.
If Dolly wants to go to Myrtle Beach, Dolly's gonna go to Myrtle Beach, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Myrtle Beach is in Florida.
Well, you
Just
know what
saying.
I mean. You know what I mean. I mean, my point.
I like doing that.
You crack me up. My
kidding.
point is that I don't need to run anything by anyone. Right. It's pretty much just me making a decision as for myself and what is in the best interest, obviously, for myself and for my kids, because obviously they come first.
Right.
But it's kind of nice not having to have that.
It's okay.
And it's just in a sense, it's just having that freedom.
It's important how we focus, where we focus our energy. Our time and our energy is so amazing and important. And I was saying in the beginning, if and when you are no longer with that partner, allow yourself the time and space to focus on you, to find the true sense of the inner beauty. Why are you laughing at me?
No,
it's for real.
I'm just smiling.
To focus on yourself, because so many times we forget about ourselves.
Right.
And we shouldn't. So if that time allows and comes, might as well take advantage and do the best with what you have. And it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. It's amazing how many beautiful things come your way.
I never thought it was the end of the world.
A lot of people do. Yes, a lot of people
I never
do.
did. I really truly felt that it was the right time for me to go through this change in my life. I know it was a big change. It was a big transition, especially like you mentioned. We were together for 25 years, so it was it was difficult at times. But I really truly believed it was the right decision for myself and my family. So yeah, no, I'm living life. I'm enjoying it. It doesn't mean that I don't encounter any hardships or any difficult times, or that I don't want to be with someone. Of course, sometimes you feel alone. Sometimes I feel lonely.
Right.
And that's I guess expected.
Since you said that, what do you do when you're in that situation? When you feel alone or when you feel lonely?
I call Lucy. I say, hey, Luz, what are you doing? No, you know what? No, but seriously though, well, second thing that I do, because the first is usually, hey Luz, what are you doing? But second thing that I do really have a very busy social life.
Yes.
I do have a lot of friends. I do a lot of networking events. I'm highly involved in my career, and I just keep myself busy. But I have actually even gone to the movies by myself. I have gone to dinner by myself. That may sound odd, but yeah, I'll go to a restaurant and I'll enjoy a glass of wine and a nice dinner all by myself, and I love it. I think it's awesome.
That's wonderful.
I'll take a book with me. I'll read. I'll go for walks whenever I can. I just try to do for me, and sometimes I just go into my bedroom and I just take my computer and I just start, going on Facebook or searching online, whatever it may be, or reading a book. I'm so busy, I don't have time to really think about it.
Good. I've done the dinner by myself. I've never gone to the movies by myself.
You should try it. It's not bad.
So that'll be on my list. That'll be one of my challenges or interesting things to do, because there's nothing wrong with it. The first time I went to dinner by myself, I think it was 2 years ago when I broke up with my last boyfriend, and it was very interesting because I remember telling myself, I'm going to go to dinner by myself. This is going to be strange.
So you actually planned it?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I
said, I'm hungry, I'm going out.
Well, you're a different kind of personality, but for me it was like a big deal.
Wow.
So and I went to dinner, and it was interesting saying, just one. And when I sat down, I just felt that like,
I agree.
yeah, I'm going to dinner by myself.
That's really interesting. One of the things that I personally like to do is driving.
Okay.
I will get in the car and I will drive, and I don't have
With
a
no
destination.
destination.
No destination point. I would drive for 2 hours, and then I come back and I'm just listening to the radio, and just enjoying my surroundings.
Good for you.
And I really love to do that. It's like my alone time. I love doing that. I really love doing that.
When you say it's like your alone time, I started going to yoga.
Yes.
So it made me realize that for those individuals that are wanting to find something new to do by yourself, there are many things you can do. Going for a walk, learning a new dance, signing up and doing like singles.
We have to
dancing.
do that.
What?
Go get dancing lessons.
There's workshops. There's canvas. Painting parties. There's so many different things to do by yourself. And if you do something new, if you do something that you really like and you're passionate about, you're only going to possibly meet someone that has that same interest. And how beautiful is that? Taking a poetry class, just so many different things.
It's funny that you say that, because you know what? One of the networking things that I would do is, I would do things for business purposes. I would go into like networking groups, and I would just meet people that way. And it actually turned, it could be a lot of fun. Yes. So why, if you're interested in actually meeting people, not necessarily dating, but just meeting people and having a good time, having a good evening, whatever it may be,
which is
just go and go to these types of events and just get to meet people. It could be a book club place, it could be dancing. Like you mentioned, even in poetry reading. It's pretty amazing.
Yes.
It's pretty amazing the many things that can be done.
I think it's wonderful when you don't focus on something so difficult, focus on something that you're thinking is impossible instead of enjoying where you're at. That to me is huge. So,
well, I'm enjoying it. Like I said, it's been a good transition for me overall. I'm happy where I'm at. I think being single is not as bad as many people think. I think it's awesome. Yeah. But Luz, as always, thank you so much. I really love the fact that we were able to do our show today from my wonderful home. Salud to you. Thank you so very much, everyone, for joining us this evening.
Thank you.
Till next time.
ABR, ask, believe, and receive.
Yes.